Okay, folks, it's time for another recipe. This is a healthy one too. So what we're going to make today is chicken tenders out of some chicken breasts that I bought. So I bought some chicken breasts. They're on sale at Sobeys. I cut them up into tender-sized pieces. These were huge breasts. So what I did was I cut them in half. I don't like to have a great big long tender, just a short one. And what we have here is just some plain flour. We have an egg wash. And then here we have some seasonings that I put together. That's a cup of flour. And then I put 1 teaspoon of savory. I put some, about a half a teaspoon of dry mustard, a teaspoon of pepper. I put a teaspoon of celery salt and garlic salt. Basically, you can put whatever seasonings you like to season your flour with. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a nice, healthy, Southern-style chicken tender in the air fryer. So the first thing we got to do is spritz the air fryer. We got to make sure that there's lots of grease on that because we're going to be putting the flour down on top of it. So we're just going to spray that nice and good. I've rinsed the chicken off, and we're going to get right to it. So you see I've cut them in this size pieces, so they're not thick. They're going to cook really fast. And again, this is a chicken breast. I'm going to dip that in the flour first, then we're going to dip it in the egg wash, and then we're going to dip it in here. Get a nice coating on it. And then we're going to put it into the air fryer pan. So no need for you to sit and watch me do all of that. So I'll just snap my fingers and come back when it's all ready to go and we've got it loaded in. I'll show you what we do next. Okay, folks. So I put them all in. I'll bring you up and show you. Try to make sure that they're not touching as much as possible. So you can see the ones that I did first are starting, the wetness is starting to go through from the egg wash. So now what we're going to do is take our spritzer. This is some rosemary infused olive oil that I made. So I'm going to spray it with that. So I'll bring that camera down close so you can have a good look at what I'm doing. Right there. And then I'll show you once it's done. So you basically want to give them a nice little coating. They're going to release their own juices as they start cooking. But give them a nice little spray with the spritzer to coat as much of the flour as you possibly can. And then don't worry about it. There's more going to be excreted as it starts cooking. So now we're going to put that in, and I'm going to set the temperature to 375. And then I'm going to cook it for 6 minutes. These aren't going to take long to cook. Actually, I'm going to do it 5. 5 minutes on each side. Stay tuned. I'll be right back as soon as this 5 minutes is up. So while we're waiting for that to cook, folks, I brought out the plate that I'm going to put them on, and I brought over these tongs, and we've still got our rosemary olive oil spray there that we can spray on it. And again, I mentioned this in my other videos, this brand of atomizer is the best. I've gone through 3 of them. It's the best one. It's on Amazon. They're not that expensive. I think it was $17, something like that, but very good. So we'll be back as soon as it's time to flip. Okay, folks, the timer went out. You can see what they look like here, looking good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give these a spray. Any white spots that you see on them, give them a spray. There's just a couple. And then what we're going to do is we're going to flip them over. I'll start with this one. And you're going to repeat the same thing. If you see any white spots, give it a spray. So I'm just going to do these for all of them, and then I'll be right back. Okay, folks, they're all sprayed. I'll just show you what they look like. So you can see no white spots. Now we're going to put them back in. These are almost done. I'm going to cook them for another 5 minutes. Remember, the important thing with chicken is that you've got to make sure that it's up to 165. I'm going to go 6 just to be sure. Okay, so we'll be back when those are done. We'll plate them up, and then we'll give her a taste test. Well, the 6 minutes is up, folks, and look at that. I checked the temperature. We're up to 175, so we're definitely good. So let's take these out, put them on the plate, and we're going to let these cool down for a little bit. Jeez, that's a lot off of one chicken breast. Now, I typically make southern fried chicken with boneless, skinless chicken thighs. This is the first time I've ever done it with the chicken breast. So if you want to see the recipe for what I use for the ingredients, I think I made a bigger batch then. It was like 2 cups of flour, but you can go see the seasonings that I put in that recipe, and that's called healthy southern fried chicken. I'll put a link in the description below. But here's what they look like, folks. So we're just going to let those cool off, and then we're going to have a little taste test. Stay tuned. We'll be right back and see if it's good. Here we are, folks. We're doing the taste test. Let me make sure. I'm not going to eat these all at once. Actually, I don't even think I can eat all of these at all. But we're going to go in for a bite. I'm going to take one of the smaller ones because they're still pretty hot. It's good, folks. This is good. If you want, this is even healthier than the southern fried chicken. I actually could have gotten away with doing it for the 5 minutes. This is really, really good. Really good. Going in for another one. That, folks, is called healthy. There's no fat. All of the fat that you're spraying on it is healthy oil, and it goes down to the bottom of the pan. So this is as healthy as it gets. You're not deep frying it. It's recipes like these that are good for you, and you're not going to compromise on the flavor. So try it out. Hope you enjoy it. If you like videos like this, please remember to like and subscribe. And I hope to see you again on the channel. Thanks for watching. Bye.